Give a little time for the child within you. Don't be afraid to be young and free. Undo the locks and throw away the keys and take off your shoes and socks and run you.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello. I'm Jesse Thorn, America's radio sweetheart.
Jordan Morris, boy detective.
Well, isn't it nice? Isn't it nice to see each other, Jordan? Isn't it nice?
is.
I'm so thrilled to see you, my friend.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm loving it. I'm loving this.
And you know what? I'm so happy to bring you the fucking nightmares I'm about to drop into your life.
My God, nightmares. I love those.
But first, wait, before
Okay.
look. We got nightmares around the corner, but I want to check in
Can't wait.
with our current Max Fun Drive totals because I
Let's do
think
it.
that they're good. I think we're doing good.
Okay. Good is good.
But I have to tap on Jordan Jesse Go. We're at 935.
Okay,
new
all right.
Upgrading, boosting members. Our goal is 1,000. What happens at 1,000?
We unlock an episode of Gracie's Game Gauntlet, Modern Mania, where we are going to play the Babe Pig in the City game and review it for you.
And I think we've discussed this a little bit on the program, but this Babe Pig in the City game
Yes.
is
We've
not
discussed
called
it.
Babe Pig
Yeah.
in the City.
We've discussed it a lot.
Yeah, this is a game that is based on Babe Pig in the City, but then they had some problems with development. It became late, and then Babe Pig in the City was a catastrophic failure. So they released it for the next generation of PlayStations, but without making it better. So it's a PlayStation game that was released for PlayStation 2 and is terrible.
Yeah. So we'd love to play it for you, and if we get to 1,000, that could happen. MaximumFun.org/join.
Jordan, this show is called The Subdoms.
Ooh.
This is where we dominate subreddits. And this is a subreddit. I mean, sometimes sometimes we go deep on subreddits that people have never heard of. This is a subreddit that relatively frequently is making the front page of Reddit,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera. This is like a popular subreddit. This subreddit has, I'm going to take a look. This subreddit has 2.5 million weekly visitors
Okay. Yeah.
and 17,000 weekly posts.
Okay.
It is called r/Kitchen Confidential. Have you ever seen this one?
No, I know that's the Gordon Ramsay biography. That's where they're getting the name from, right?
Yeah, it's all based on Gordon Ramsay's. It's basically just a Gordon Ramsay fan website. So originally it was what they called the web ring in the early days of the internet, where everyone would link to each other, and you go to the next Gordon Ramsay site and the next Gordon Ramsay site and the next Gordon Ramsay site. It is the name of Anthony Bourdain's book,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Have you ever read that book, the Anthony Bourdain book?
I have not.
You know, Anthony Bourdain, he was fine. It was fine. I read that book. It was fine.
Okay. Anyway, cannot contribute here. But another.
Yeah, it was fine.
I can't. I'll take your word.
We wish him the best. Better than most shows like that. You know what I mean?
I don't. I haven't read the book, and I didn't really engage with a lot of his content. But you have an opinion.
Well, he wore a black leather jacket a lot. You know, that's how you can tell he was a dangerous rebel. Anyway, r/Kitchen Confidential doesn't really have anything to do with Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
It is actually a subreddit for people who work in kitchens.
Oh, okay.
So restaurant employees, and I'm talking about primarily cooks. There's there's the occasional post about dishies, which is dishwashers. And then there is the occasional post about FOH, front of house.
Okay.
But primarily this is a subreddit for cooks. And it's cooks of all kinds. I mean, it's like fancy Michelin star restaurant cooks, and it's people who cook in old folks' homes. It is the full spectrum of the kitchen experience. And I think that in general, the people who cook for Sodexo Marriott at, the football stadium in Philadelphia have a very similar overall experience to the people who work at like a farm to table restaurant in in the whatever the most gentrified part of Baltimore is. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, kitchen folk are kitchen folk, and that is the thing that brings all of these people together. And I think kitchens are, I have a very, very close family friend who is a lifelong chef, Julia. She used to come to Max FunCon and teach a cooking class every year. I think you took it a few times, right, Jordan?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Julia used to teach a cooking class every year. She's worked in kitchens her whole life, every kind of kitchen. From she worked at Chez Panisse in Berkeley, all the way to like cooking in private service, running a catering company, running a sandwich store, everything in between. And one of the things that she said to me as a now 75-year-old person is, kitchens are a lot better than they used to be. It used to be that kind of Gordon Ramsay thing where if somebody's fucking yelling at you, swear words all the time, whatever. That was like the central part of being in a kitchen. I think these days there's a lot less yelling. The yelling is less valorized and glamorized. And, are people still pulling 14-hour shifts with the help of cocaine? Yes. Are people still going into the walk-in freezer to cry? Yes. In fact, that is one of the flares that is available on r/Kitchen Confidential, crying in the walk-in.
Okay.
However, I think it is a less brutally abusive work environment than it once was, just still really, really hard work. There are certain, I want to open by acknowledging one thing, Jordan, which is the past year on r/Kitchen Confidential, the most important, most significant thing that has been going on is chives.
Chives.
And so, JK, if you can show this first post. So at some point, this guy whose name is F1 Xikin started posting, I'm going to cut chives every day until Reddit says that they're perfect.
Okay. Those are very finely chopped.
So this is day 70. I believe that this is the day that Reddit decided his chives were perfectly cut. But in the intermediate time, somebody posted their cat named Chives. A cream cheese company sent him a huge care kit of chive flavored cream cheese. The main subreddit posted about the chive guy.
Okay.
I mean, the primary Reddit account posted about the chive guy. And at some point,
Hey, oh, I'm sorry. I think Jesse froze and dropped out. I'm going to look at the chat here. Yeah, hi, it's me, Jordan. I think Jesse will be here back soon, I think. Yeah, I also wanted to know what the resolution of this chive thing was going to be. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, he's keeping us in suspense. How you doing, chat? How you doing? Look at those chivers over there. Should we just look at what's going on the Chive, the website that has bikini pics and I think skateboard fails? What's on the Chive these days? Y'all chivers? Any chivers out there? Let's see. Ooh, a happy birthday post for Anna De Armas here on the front page of the Chive. She's a popular babe. I can't really think of what she's from, but this birthday post has a lot of fun gifs of her. So yeah, happy birthday to Anna De Armas, courtesy of the Chive. Here's a post on the Chive. Mean Girls is funny, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. Now, I don't know that this is a hot take. Is this? I think Mean Girls is a beloved funny movie, right? I mean, I think this is just, this is internet clickbait is what this is. People just going like, I'm tired of people slagging off the Beatles and just seeing all the rage, the rage posts. So I think that's probably what this is. Mean Girls, pretty funny movie. I don't know. Maybe has some like stuff that doesn't hold up anymore. Some jokes we wouldn't make now, but very funny. Written by Tina Fey. Who's better at joke writing than her? Basically, no one. Surfing dogs. Okay, now I'm loving the Chive. JK, are you out there? JK, are you still with us? Is that part of what went wrong? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna throw a link to these surfing dogs in the chat if you guys wanna check it out. Maybe I have to connect. Well, anyway, just go to thechive.com and check out these surfing dogs. These guys are great.
Hey everyone, can you hear me? This is producer JK.
Hi JK. I was just gonna describe some surfing dog gifs I was
We
looking at.
are loving it. It looks like Jesse, Max Fun HQ was having some internet issues.
no.
It looks like he's back now.
Okay.
But I really want to learn more about that. Was it a surfing dog?
Yeah, there's some surfing dog gifs on thechive.com.
Oh man.
That I was gonna try and post them. I couldn't really figure out how to sign in, so I was just gonna start describing the gifs.
That sounds totally outrageous.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, can you tell I'm not really good on cam? So I'm gonna actually put Jesse in a second back
yeah.
in our live stream.
We gotta hear the conclusion of this Chive post, Chive the vegetable. But yeah, maybe there's time for me to describe one or two more posts over on thechive.com. Ooh, daily morning awesomeness. Okay. Yeah, I think we could all use a little awesomeness this morning, what with everything going on in the news. All right, we got kind of a babe on a riding lawnmower. She's hot. Ooh, a man standing next to a mech. That's quite
Oh, hi, Jordan.
Oh, hi, Jesse. Yeah, while you were gone, I was just describing things that were happening over on the homepage of thechive.com.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, so
Happy
this guy...
birthday to Anna De Armas, by the way. Anna De Armas, it's her birthday, and she has a lot of fun. Great gifts of her looking fine.
She's famous for her boobs, right?
I don't know. The gifts... I think she's... I don't mean to be gross, but she's got a pair. Okay.
Great.
1, 2. I counted.
Yeah, happy juggy birthday to her.
Okay, let's recap. There's a guy on Reddit. He's slicing chives every day.
70 days slicing chives until they were perfect. Got a lot of accolades, a lot of attention. There was one day where he got caught posting 2 pictures of the same set of chives on different days.
Oh shit!
I
bet
he had to go
roasted.
Through a pretty big mea culpa. There was a lot of disagreement about how okay that was. So I just want to acknowledge the chive thing, because I know that people are going to pay attention to the chive thing. It's like, I get it.
Right.
There's the chive website, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to put that out there. Like, if you're don't at me about the chives. Obviously, we all know about chives. So let's get to the kind of regular things that they post on r/Kitchen Confidential.
Okay.
This is exactly what you would expect to get on r/Kitchen Kitchen Confidential, this next post.
Okay.
This is a post with the subject line, "This steak was sent back for being undercooked."
That is a very cooked steak.
Yeah, this is like a full-on browned steak.
Yeah.
They also posted in the follow-ups, this was the second one I made. I put like 10 grill weights on it and deep fried it for like 2 minutes. Then it was sent back as overcooked.
Oh.
Manager just ended up taking everything off the bill. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's what
that
you-
is so gray. That is so gray.
That's like what you would expect to
Yeah,
get
sure.
on this, is just things Donald
check out
Trump
this-
would do to a server.
Yeah. Check out this difficult last customer event. Yeah.
And there's other things that you would kind of expect, like this second meme. And I know, Jordan, you're a big fan of Waluigi.
Yeah. Love him.
He's sort of like, for our listeners who don't know, he's like an evil Luigi. Or a backwards Luigi, an anti-hero
Yeah.
Luigi.
No, I think
this post
I
is
think
titled...
evil. I think it's okay to call him evil.
Okay, this post is titled, "General Manager sent this to me. What's my next move?" And it's a meme with Waluigi that says, "Waluigi knows you're high at work." It's chill. He won't tell
does.
anyone. He's just giving you a heads up that it's visible.
Okay.
And the first reply here is, "This is kind of like an unofficial warning. Don't do anything drastic, but do tighten up your shit and save the getting high for after the shift. Don't hit your vape in the walk-in or whatever folks are doing these days. I think he's telling you that you're not as effective when you're high as you think you are." And then there is a lot of discussion. There's a lot of discussion of who is and isn't more effective when they're high. Someone named Jacques Strap, 66, says, "I've been doing this for a while now. There are times I work better high, times I need to be sober. It's all about awareness, in my opinion." He's just being reasonable, Jordan. He's just being reasonable. Sometimes it's important to be high at work.
You're right.
Anyway.
JK, just because I spent so much time on the surfing dogs that I never got to show, just at some point in this, can you have a GIF of a surfing dog ready? Sorry, just I wanted to make sure we close that loop. This is from when you were gone, Jesse.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something that the chive gate reminded me of?
Please.
And maybe this is something, this had something to do with what this guy was going through, the chive guy. I did a video for the Good Mythical Morning folks, for the Good Mythical Kitchen channel. This is a fun company that makes fun YouTube videos, if you're not familiar with the mythical content. And this is like I had to cook something, and then their pro chef guy Josh had to cook the same thing, and then someone was going to blind judge it.
Whose was better? I mean, I would tune in to find out whose was better.
Sure. Okay. So I think
the professional chef guys or Jordan's.
Well, a pat on my back. So I think the premise of this was, it's me, Josh, and Vivian. Josh and Vivian are the pros, and I was.
Hold on, fucking Vivian is involved?
Yeah, Vivian was there too.
Okay.
So Josh and Vivian, two pros.
I'm just like George. I'm sorry. I just like when you get Josh and Vivian in the same room. Okay. Go ahead.
Something Hey, there he is. Oh boy. Thank
Three
you,
directions
JK.
at once. Okay.
Thank you,
Jesse's
JK.
derailing.
Thank you,
Jordan's
JK.
derailment.
So yeah. So and then a third party would come in and try and guess who the amateur was. And I will say that my chili that I made, they guessed was one of the pros. So it's a highlight for me. It's a highlight for me. I was very proud because I was very, thank you. I was very nervous to do it. As I was having, 3 cameras on me, filming me cook, I was thinking to myself, I think I would rather be jacking off. That would be less embarrassing for me than cooking in front of these cameras that will be posted online later. Fucking terrifying.
Did you use a chili recipe?
I did. I used a chili recipe.
What recipe did you use?
You know what? I used one that I got from HelloFresh. It's back when we were sponsored by HelloFresh. I saved a little chunk of my recipes, and there were just a couple that I would just make over and over again. And one of them was this frying pan chili that always turned out great. Anyway, they don't sponsor us anymore.
A frying pan chili.
Yeah.
So what is a frying pan chili?
It just it's just you simmer it in a frying pan, and as opposed to a slow cooker or something. So yeah, you just kind of let it simmer there in the spices, and you add all your stuff. Anyway, it always turns out great.
Jordan,
HelloFresh.com/JJGo.
I make a frying pan chili myself. You instead of using beef, you replace that with frying pans.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but they won't let you do that in Texas. Oh, in Texas, you're gonna hear about that.
Not in Texas.
That's not chili.
Don't mess with Texas.
Don't mess with Texas. Comedy's legal there. Anyway, but so I was proud of how I did in this video, despite being very, very nervous and kind of not wanting to do it. So yeah, very, very happy that it turned out like it did. But in the comments, it was basically just people complaining about how I chopped a green onion. It was just people who were and in the way of can you believe this fucking guy? This fucking, because I think a lot of foodie guys watch that show, and are just this fucking, has he ever chopped a green onion?
Hashtag knife skills.
So it's that. So I when you were telling me about this guy who was chopping chives for the entire internet, I'm like, sir, you have you have all my empathy, because apparently people love to judge how you chop something, and they can be kind of mean about it.
Yeah, I have to control my instinct to correct the way that my wife uses a knife. Both at the table and in the kitchen.
Okay.
My wife is a knife terror. She just puts the fork and pulls things apart.
Yeah.
But you know what? She's living her life, and I love her very much.
Good.
Jordan, there are also posts under this tag that's just called kitchen fuckery.
Okay.
This one is called Full Package Carrot.
Ooh.
And this is it just says giant full package carrot, taken June 2025. Hope this brings you all just as much joy as it has brought me.
Nice. Yeah.
It's
looks like
a picture of a woman with a carrot that looks like a dildo.
Sure does.
Or a dick.
Yeah.
Email from female comments. I don't know if you realize, but the way you're holding that carrot makes it look like it's your penis.
Oh, boy. I bet she is embarrassed.
Yeah.
Bet she wishes she could delete that.
So that's sort of like the regular shit that you expect to see in r/Kitchen Confidential. There's also this category of things where it's just I work with dumbbells or dumbasses, depending. Yeah. This one is called I Wish This Was Staged. This is also in kitchen fuckery. It's a Ziploc bag. We'll see it in a moment here. By the way, MaximumFun.org/joinjjgo if you're not already a member. Now, this might be small on your phone screen. This is a Ziploc bag. It is dated April 14th, so good to them. Good on them for dating it. And Jordan, do you see what the label there is?
414 onions, spelled UNYONS. Onions.
Incredible spelling.
It does seem like they're spelling it to say it with a Cajun accent.
Yes, this is
Onions.
Paul Prudhomme.
Onions.
This is Paul Prudhomme's mise en place.
Onions.
He definitely calls it mise en place as well, since he's. And then this is a similar. This is a similar post. This next one. The top comment on this one is bro, this is fire.
Okay.
The subject line is, ¿Quién es Gus? Él no trabaja aquí. So let's take a look at that one.
Okay.
This one is labeled Es para Gus.
Oh. They're trying to be funny though, right?
I
that's
think
that's
that
that's
one has
an
to be somebody being
intentional
cute. I think
joke.
that one is somebody
And I
being
love it.
I think that one is somebody being cute.
Okay.
And then there are some life-affirming stories.
Nice.
So, for example, Jordan, Jordan Cowling, I'm going to fix this link for you because it looks like I sent you the wrong link.
Yeah, the first link is just going to be a bunch of Ana de Armas gifs. We can look at those.
Okay, Jordan, I replaced that.
Have you ever
link,
been,
JK.
Jesse? Have you ever been in a place where all the chive people show up? Where the chive? Hey, there he is! Oh, Hank 10, buddy. Hank 10.
There's
Have
a
you
lot of posts. There's
Yeah.
a lot of posts on here that are just about what it's like to work at a restaurant, which
Mm-hmm.
is just like there's a 16-year-old rich girl who's proving to her parents that she's not lazy. There's 3 guys that just got out of prison.
Yeah.
There's a guy that just got into the country. There's 2 guys that went to culinary school and do everything with tweezers. And you know what? We love each other and we all do cocaine. There's a lot of people abusing drugs in kitchens.
It would seem, and I, for one, don't condone that. I'm gonna stop eating from food that's prepared in kitchens. I just can't. I can't risk getting drugs in my food.
Yeah. As the parent of 3 neurodivergent children, I really appreciated this post, which said, server came back, said they had a guest who was autistic, and said all they wanted was a tower of grilled cheese. I was more than happy to oblige.
Hey, gorgeous.
Just rules.
Yeah, look at that.
Just any restaurant. There's like this Mexican restaurant by my house. You and I have been there together called La Abeja. And it's a wonderful restaurant. And
yes.
what's one of the things that is special to me about it, other than the fact that the food is great there, is that the server remembers which of my children wants. All 3 of my children will only eat beans and rice,
Okay.
but they want them in different proportions and with different amounts of cheese, ranging from some to none to too much.
Okay.
And shout out to Frank, shout out to Roy Jr.
Yeah.
They both remember exactly
all right.
the ratios that
There
my
you go.
children want of beans to rice and beans and rice to cheese.
Do you
And
think
if
you could?
I-
Do you think
if
you
I
could
was
get them? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jesse.
If I was at La Abeja and I asked for a tower of grilled cheese, they would make it for me in a minute.
Beautiful. Do you think you
They'd
could?
run to the corner to get white bread to do it.
Love it.
Yeah. So shout out to La Abeja. Shout out to that cook. There's also, I mentioned that there's like a lot of people who cook in old folks' homes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, old folks' homes have active kitchens because they're cooking 3 meals a day for the guests usually, or for the residents. And this one is from Wicked Wisp. And it says, my residents refused to eat these because they looked like rotten eggs. These are blueberry muffin truffles, blueberry muffin mix dipped in a blueberry infused white chocolate glaze.
Oh, dang. That sounds great.
But you know what? They look like rotten eggs.
They do look like rotten eggs. I don't think I would have thought that, but now this thing that is probably delicious, I now don't want. No,
I
maybe
mean-
I want it. I think I still want it.
You can imagine the whisper network of the dining room at an old folks home. I don't know if any old folks in your life have ever lived in an old folks home and you had a meal there with them. It's a very special relationship
have not.
that the old folks have with each other. This is based on my grandparents who lived in a retirement home for quite a long time. They have a special relationship with each other, and then they have a special relationship with their server, and then with the kitchen. And it's a little bit like there's a similar thing that goes on cruise ships where you have the same server every time, and you're like, oh, there's Luis again. Aren't we friends? Bring me the special curry that the staff like to eat. It's something kind of like that. But I can imagine in that dining room just the whispers going around. It looks like rotten eggs. It looks like rotten eggs. It looks like rotten eggs. And then once everybody's heard that, they can't unsee it. You know what I mean?
I had a very when you were describing what was in those, I had a very pleasant sense memory of my mom making blueberry muffins and like giving me the beater to lick, and that blueberry muffin mix really tasty. I think I'm gonna whip up some blueberry muffins later and not even put them in the oven. I'm just gonna drink the mix.
Oh, just glug glug
Glug the mix
down the hatch.
down the hatch.
Open up that throat like a snake.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You're the real throat goat, Jordan.
No, don't even.
There's been a lot of
I
talk
think we've
about.
established that it's Heathcliff.
I think there's been a lot of talk about throat goats on the subdoms so far this Max Fun Drive. And I think there really is only one true throat goat. That's my friend Jordan Morris.
Cut it out. I didn't say it, you did.
Glug glug down the hatch.
Oh yeah.
Lick the beater.
Lick the beater, chug the mix. Don't even put the muffins in the oven.
Do you think 2027 our slogan could be lick the beater?
I'm up for it.
Just get the most out of life? Lick
Yeah,
the
we'll
beater?
have to talk about what the, meaning of that is, what the, what the symbolism is. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, it could be just like enjoy every part of life,
Thank you, by the way, to Brian, who reminded us of glug glug that hot yellow.
Yes, thank you. We've said a lot of gross things on this show. The hot yellow was piss, by the way. I think that's when. Yeah.
I guess. I don't.
But honestly,
I'm not gross.
I don't know.
I'm not really gross.
Could have been
myself.
boiling lemonade, I guess.
Could have been hot boiling.
Could have been
boiling
hot
lemonade.
boiling lemonade.
I'm surprised that there's no posts in this subreddit Kitchen Confidential about Shirt Up, the legendary waiter from the world's fanciest McDonald's.
Yeah. Is that the inventor of the good stuff?
Yeah, he invented the good stuff.
Which we will be trying thanks to Max Fun members.
Yeah. Thank you, Max Fun members, I guess.
Yeah.
MaximumFun.org/join is where to go to boost, upgrade your membership. If you want to sign up for a membership, you're not already a member, it will take you seconds if you go to MaximumFun.org/join-JJ-Go.
Join JJ Go. Pretty easy.
MaximumFun.org/join-JJ-Go. It will be like that. You can use Apple Pay. Pow.
Boom.
Pow.
Boom.
Okay, you're running through the woods. You're running through the woods.
No. Oh, I'm too high, man. Waluigi told me so.
Then there's this category of posts on r/Kitchen Confidential that is just like, oh, fuck, this is dangerous as shit.
Oh, no.
Somebody posted a picture at one point of like a big giant stock pot with just what looks like, it looked like the burnt carcass of a human body in like an alien movie.
Oh, dear.
Just, or like just a nightmarish pile of burnt bones in the shape of a chest cavity.
Okay. Well, I don't want to eat soup
inside
out of
a
that.
giant stock pot with a giant stock pot had a big hole in it. And it was just like when the prep staff leaves the stock on high overnight. And apparently if people just leave their stock to simmer overnight, which I guess makes sense. But then if you do that and you leave it on high instead of turning it down to simmer, you can melt your pot, which is fucking wild.
I believe it.
Fucking wild. Anyway, this is an example of that. I think we'll see it in a moment.
Yes.
The subject line of this is, what's your best who closed last
gosh.
night
Oh, my
situation?
gosh. So this, like creme brulee torch, has slowly been melting a hole in the ceiling, it looks like.
Yeah. Somebody
Wow.
just... I walk in the building and go to clock in before turning on the lights, and I notice a faint blue glow from the kitchen. Come to find out, the torch had somehow been left lit on a shelf overnight. The last creme brulee was an hour before close also. I want someone to show me something that'll top this, please.
Love that this person is like, oh no, this is dangerous. I'm going to get a picture first before I turn it off. I guess it had been lit for 8 hours or whatever, but.
Somebody just wrote, I don't know who's more of a champ, the can of butane or the ceiling panel.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very fair.
Very fair. That is one hard-working ceiling panel.
Someone said no one locked the walk-in and a bear got in. So that does probably top the butane torch.
Yeah.
Bear ate all the supplies. Anyway. There's also a lot of talk about delivery apps.
Okay.
Delivery apps are like sort of the bane of these restaurant workers' experience because, you know, for the restaurant owners, they're necessary because people don't want to call and make pickup orders or delivery orders anymore. But they're a problem because they take a pretty big cut of the food.
Right.
But the reason that the staff don't like them is because weird orders come in with no warning.
Okay.
However, this one is one that people loved getting. People loved this. There were customer notes on the 3 items that the person ordered. One was a can of Coke. It says, can this be Sprite too? I'm baked and I'm scared if I go back, it'll undo all this progress and I'm not smart, man. I would just give up and be like, well, I'm not hungry. I guess if this is on printer and I'm making a Costco receipt, I am so sorry. And then there is a customer note on this Philly cheesesteak that says, thank you. From one food industry employee to another, keep doing your thing. Nothing but appreciation from me. I know you're about to make the fuck out of this Philly, and I appreciate you and love y'all, and I'm sorry about order on Uber. I know I'm kind of an asshole because fuck, I sometimes hate when this shit comes through, but I'm sorry, and I love you.
Oh, that's nice.
And then they also ordered some potato chips, and it just says, little extra chip action.
Oh yeah, you gotta have some extra chips. It's been a rough week. Have some extra chips.
A little extra chip action.
Oof, wouldn't I like a little extra chip action right about now? Yeah, I would.
I'm just I made the wrong link again.
Oh, boy.
I'm fixing it. JK.
JK, surfing dog. Quick.
No.
Help.
We seen the dog. Is
there a different dog? There's one with the mohawk. I saw one on the chive with the mohawk. Can we look at that one?
There's only one surfing dog on the internet, Jordan.
Oh, is that one that we saw? I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake. I know what I was looking
there
at
he
there.
is.
There's the guy. Oh, he's fun.
What I like about him,
He's having fun or is terrified.
what I like about this surfing dog here
Yeah.
is that he's wearing an electric yellow water safety vest, a flotation device.
Yes.
But then he has an orange high-vis vest on top of that, just in case you miss him.
You know what I think that is? I bet this is part of like one of those contests, and that's like where his number is or something.
You think he just ran a marathon?
I think
that's
it's
his
like
bid?
I think this is like a surfing dog contest. That's
I
my
think
guess.
it's a dog triathlon.
Yeah, he's gonna run and bike after this.
The reason that people get upset about the Uber Eats orders and the Chow Hound orders and whatever is what we are about to see.
Okay.
Which is the subject line, they want 40 dozen tortillas. It says, I work at a Mexican place. My boss owns 3 food trucks in addition to our brick and mortar location. My job is exclusively making tortillas. That's the only thing in my job description. I make the tortillas for all the trucks and the brick and mortar, and I do it all solo. We also sell batches of 12 tortillas for people who want better quality than the supermarket provides. I've worked here for 19 years. First of all, 19 years making just tortillas.
Oh, yeah.
Just working that tortilla press. Conk, conk. It used to be, now when people say tortillas hecho a mano, it's always that tortilla press. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, there was this restaurant called Chavez by my house where they would make tortillas, and on the weekends, the two tortilla ladies would be sitting outside of the restaurant, like on either side of the door. They'd be sitting on buckets, and then they'd have another bucket, like the kind of big Home Depot buckets, you know? Mm-hmm. And they'd be making the tortillas by hand, like.
Yep.
Anyway, I miss that. That's fun to watch. Mm-hmm. It makes great sound. Anyway, on my busiest day ever, I made just under 2,200 tortillas. About 20 minutes ago, we got an online order for 40 dozen. I obviously went to double check with my boss to make sure we can handle it. She thought there's no way they wanted 500 tortillas. So she called them up thinking the 0 was a mistake and they only wanted 4 dozen tortillas. But nope, it's real. I'm going to be making 480 tortillas tonight on top of whatever number I need to make to handle Friday night. My arm hurts just thinking about it. Time to get going, I guess. Edit, 81 left. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Edit 2, just got home, almost 1 a.m. I've got like 70 messages. I'll get back to as many people as I can in the morning. For now, it's time for my bong and jacuzzi tub.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm glad this person has access to a jacuzzi tub, especially if you got sore tortilla muscles that need soaking.
And then there's just 7,000 comments about giant orders that came in on these delivery apps.
Right.
Had a large U.S. car insurance company order $2,500 of food for 200 to 250 people and wanted it next day at open. We didn't even have enough supplies for the order, so a manager had to go to the grocery store to get some. Then the manager's kitchen and takeout staff had to come in 2 hours early to get it ready. They did this twice.
It says, I mean, they don't name the company in the post, but large car insurance company. This is Flo and all her little friends, all her new friends.
She has so many fucking friends. I mean,
we've discussed
they need
these giant lunch orders because there's so many friends now.
How many of those friends do you think are actually Pinkertons?
Oh, are they like they're
private detectives trying to bust the progressive on-camera union?
Could be.
Spies.
Yeah.
I managed Chipotle's 20 years ago. A boarding school nearby used to randomly drop 70 kids on a Saturday afternoon with no notice.
Oh, boy.
We'd have like 2 or 3 employees, no adult in sight, and they fucking destroyed the dining room. We tracked on the calendar to try to get a pattern. I asked some of the children, like 10 to 12-year-old kids, and they'd kind of shrug and say, the school takes them shopping on the weekend.
Okay. Wow.
That's fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. Bad bassist, bad bassist works in a restaurant kitchen.
Yeah. Except on the weekends when he rocks.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's time for his bong and his jacuzzi tub.
Well, yeah.
They said, if you pull it off, your boss owes you 40 dozen beers.
It's a lot of beers.
Anyway. And then sometimes it's like supplier confusion. Mm-hmm. So this is someone who ordered 150 pounds of halibut. Halibut collar is what they ordered, which is a particular cut of halibut meat. And the supplier sent them this, I guess, just for the halibut.
Nice.
Yes, that's a 152-pound fish.
With a banana for scale, I guess?
The banana is for scale, and then the hammer is for killing the halibut, I guess.
Yeah, if that thing wakes up, you're in trouble.
It definitely is a monster. I mean, there's no question that is a monster, not an animal.
No, yeah, right? Prehistoric.
Look at that fucking halibut.
It's a pretty big halibut. But yeah, I mean, serve it with a little banana. You got yourself a meal. Little banana, hammer on the side.
If you enjoy the subdoms, become a member of Maximum Fun.
Please do. MaximumFun.org/join.
Jordan, I don't know if you have looked at the Max Fun Drive goal.
Yes, I have.
The Max Fun Drive
Looked
goal
at once
was,
and then decided not to look again.
yeah. The Max Fun Drive goal was 16,000 new and upgrading members. We're at 7,800.
Yeah. So, you know,
We actually need your support. I'm just
a
saying,
soft year.
yeah, we actually need your support. This is at the point where, look, obviously we have an incredible base of folks who have been members for many, many years. It's not like our revenue is going to drop by half. However, we need new members to cover the sort of natural churn of people who come and go, the 5 to 10% whose credit card info changes and then that breaks their membership. We need to add people just to maintain our revenue, and if we end up at half of our goal, it will mean things that compromise what happened on the listener side. It might mean fewer people working at Max Fun. It might mean shows ending. I'm not sure exactly. I no longer run the operation, but I know that it is serious business. So if you have the opportunity, please join. The $5 a month level is a kick-ass level at which to join.
Wonderful level.
You can go to MaximumFun.org/join JJGo right now. Sign up at the $5 a month level. It'll be like, pow.
Yeah, I see a lot of folks online when they're talking about why they're joining Max Fun. It's that they realized that they had a subscription to a streaming thing or something that they weren't using, and or realized was owned by a company that was too evil to support. On our movie show Free with Ads, I read the a comparable thing you could watch on a streaming service and then the price of a streaming service as part of the intro to the movie. And I'm realizing like the cheapest one of these things, the cheapest streaming service, if you also have the ads, is like $10. And like that $10 does not mean anything to the evil AI slaves, but that if that $5 means a ton to Max Fun. I was like looking at some of the goals of some of the shows, and like they're in the hundreds. Like Free with Ads, we're looking for people in the hundreds to join, and it's like it's small, but weirdly hard to get there. Like yeah. So if you have canceled a streaming thing in the past couple months, if you have one that you're realizing you're not using, you can give half that money to Max Fun, and it makes like a giant difference. Because again, if some of these shows they're looking for a few hundred people, and yeah, so it is something that we should be able to do, and I think it is something we can do. So yeah, if you're out there, I bet you're if you're watching this thing, you're probably already a member, but I bet we have a couple folks who aren't. If you can find $5, it totally helps, especially for those smaller shows where it's like we need a couple hundred people to keep going.
Yeah, Netflix, for example, has basically spent the last decade trying to destroy the show business system, whereby if something is successful, the people who worked on it get paid for that. Mm-hmm. And they've done so pretty successfully. I mean, there's been some major work stoppages to try and buffer that process. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that your money that goes to Netflix, if some show there is really successful, those people get a penny. If you watch every episode, if you watch every episode of a Netflix show in the course of 1 month, of your $18 that you send to Netflix, somebody that works on the show, everyone will be splitting a penny. And here at Maximum Fun, you can rest assured when you become a member and support Jordan Jesse Go, your support goes directly to us and the people who support us by our choice in all of our business endeavors at Maximum Fun. including, among other things, employing JK, our producer on the program.
Yeah, all the behind the scenes folks are paid via members, and yeah, so it's Jordan Cowling, it's Matt Lieb, it's all the folks in the Max Fun office, the folks who maybe you don't hear on mic all the time, but are there making sure the show comes out every week. And yeah, and I think that's part of something special about Max Fun is that the shows come out every week, and the reason they can do that and not just like when we feel like it is that there's members and they can pay folks like JK to make sure the show comes out.
I can see the YouTube comments. I can't see the Instagram comments, but a shout out to 42 Basho who bumped.
Hey,
a shout out to LaFog XL. I guess it's probably like maybe a Scotch or something. Something seems like that would be. Maybe it's Laugh OG. I don't know. Thank you to Spasmolytic 1334. Thank you to Jess Stream. Thank you to everybody who is a longtime member. I know Robin is a longtime member. Hunter is a longtime member. Carrie is a longtime member. Brian is a longtime member. Thank you to everybody who's a longtime member. Thank you to everybody who's bumped their membership up or stepped up to the next level to get prizes. If you're a $5 a month level and have been for a long time, think about going to that $10 a month level and getting the new ad-free feed.
Yeah,
because
and the King of Dinos keychain. Yeah,
very expensive to make that ad-free feed. It turns out anything with software development is expensive. This next thread that I want to share with you, Jordan, is called Feeling Stupid. It says, had a piece of avocado skin end up in the guacamole. Make me feel better. What's the worst thing you've seen end up on a plate? So thank you to Install Leaf for that topic, because, I mean, this is today. This was posted today.
Okay.
19 hours ago. So within the last day. Just Glasson says, cockroach in a microwave potato skin. It was thrashing around in molten cheese lava like the T-1000 in Terminator 2. Fucking embarrassing.
Wow. Still alive. Still alive when it got to the table. That's impressive. That's a hardy cockroach.
Salad season just started at my place. I guess in some places they only offer salads seasonally.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's a soup restaurant in the winter and a salad restaurant in the summer.
Oh, that's fun.
Salad season just started at my place. We sent out 2 live bugs during week 1.
Jesus.
A caterpillar ended up on a customer's fork, B-movie style.
I left the hammer and banana in the halibut. Excuse me, waiter. There's a hammer in my halibut.
Our owner also
Sesame Street.
Our owner also got a lower body half of something in her wrap. It's gross. Apparently, Prep has been asked to do better, so we'll see. Mm-hmm. Once I had a customer find a steel nut in their dish. This is from Do Not Disturb 420. Took me forever to figure out how it was even possible for such a thing to happen. Turns out the warming lamp had come loose, and now I'm sure those puppies are tight every chance I get.
You gotta tighten the puppies.
This man found a penny baked into his pizza dough. When he complained, I told him it meant he won the prize, and he did not think that was funny.
Like they tried to have fun with it. That's all you can do.
Not mine, but a fingertip made it to the buffet.
Wow.
Not the fingertip.
Someone else's
being clear.
fingertip.
Someone else's fingertip.
I hope they were able to return it in time so they could get it reattached.
The top comment on that comment is, yesterday it was a Band-Aid. Sir, the Band-Aid was holding the fingertip on.
Well, there you go.
Hey. Found a Band-Aid baked into a loaf of bread we got from a local bakery. We got free bread for several days. Yeah. Had someone send out a dish with a piece of another plate broken in it.
Oh, gosh.
The guest sliced his tongue, blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere.
Some idiot lost his chewed gum on a nacho plate.
Oh, boy.
I could see how that would happen. Before it hit the diner's table, no one noticed until the customer freaked out.
Well, this is all very disgusting. I'm not eating again unless it's raw blueberry muffin mix. That still sounds good to me, but everything else sounds bad.
I lost the gum like it was a Where's Waldo situation.
There's
You know
my
what I mean?
gum. Throw it right back in your mouth.
I got a torn off fingernail with sparkly blue fingernail polish baked into the bottom of a brownie.
Very gross.
Didn't come from the kitchen, but some lady's fake eyeglasses were stuck to a plate recently. Just one half the set. Dishy found it. We all had a good laugh.
Thank you, Dishy.
This one person said, at a dope mustache hawk. I like that all these people have the perfect usernames for this job.
Yeah.
At a dope little restaurant with our own farm and gardens, we tried to breed our own pig. It was red wattle mixed with mule foot. Those are breeds of pig,
Okay.
I think. The growth, the marbling, the muscularity, great mix for heritage breed hogs. Except we invited the who's who of the local culinary world to try a full tasting menu of the 3-pig feast. We had a whole hog that tasted like testosterone and BO, straight nasty barnyard boar taint. Spewing farm-to-table rhetoric to the likes of Michael Bauer and Jacques Pepin and Amanda Freitag when I know the fucking food should taste better.
I bet
you
Freytag
imagine?
was pissed.
Can you imagine? Anyway. Just fucking... And then one of the replies is just, red wattle x mulefoot. That's my dream breed.
Oh, I can't. Ugh, I can taste it now. I could taste the mule foot now.
They should have posted that on r/breeding.
Oh, yeah. You could cross-post stuff.
Yeah,
It's
so
relevant
cross-post
to
that
two
to
subs.
r/breeding. I think that would.
2 subs.
That person has flair on their own. Is that what that's called? Flair when it's on your name rather than on the post? It's still called flair.
I don't know.
Sometimes people are mad at me for whatever the flair was on my posts on the Max Fun subreddit.
Uh-huh.
I think it said like Founder Daddy.
Okay.
Someone else put that on there, and I could not figure out how to change it.
What else
I had
would
no
what would
idea
you
how to
want
cha-
instead?
I don't.
You want something else?
Anyway,
You want Founder Daddy?
their flair is thick chives save lives.
Thick chive. There we go. That's not. Of course. See, and yes. No, they're not chives, but the people who roasted me for my thick green onions. I was just being body positive.
Can I share with you this menu? Somebody has their notes app out and they
Sure.
took some menu notes. It says, took some sleeping meds last night. This was on my phone this morning. Apparently I woke up at some point with some fresh ideas for upgrades to side dishes.
Okay.
Make it Sunni, adding extra of the side.
Mm-hmm.
Make it DD by adding fossil bits.
Ooh, you can really taste the trilobite.
Make it dodo by adding hickory smoked bacon slices.
Oh, okay. I would make it dodo. I wonder what this is obviously autocorrect issues here. What? I mean, obviously, I think the person was fucked up. But what were these supposed to be, I wonder?
I mean, DD has the little red underline of a misspelled word. So they typed it in. It tried to correct it to something, but they
Like,
did
no,
that thing
no.
where they tap on the thing. No, I meant to write DD.
Yeah. I wonder. Fossil bits. Fossil bits has to be, though, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's
Make
a new...
it D.
Make it
Make it
DD.
DD by adding fossil bits.
Could be kitchen slang we don't know.
Yeah. Dang, you need a vacation. I've woken up to visually hallucinate dirty pots surrounding me in bed, but at least I was grounded enough to know that fossils are for museums.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Indiana Jones.
Anyway, just
Yeah.
the honest truth, Jordan.
Kitchen Confidential.
This is a 1 hour program, and I know we spent 5 minutes discussing chives.com while thechive.com while I was trying to figure out what was wrong with the internet on my computer.
Yeah.
But r/Kitchen Confidential could be an 8-hour long stream. The amount the amount of fucking content in r/Kitchen Confidential, just the magic that is pouring out of these kitchens.
Uh-huh.
And like, you would think that the fact that all this food, all these stories of like weird, gross things ending up on dishes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You'd think that would make one never want to eat lunch at a restaurant again, or dinner, or brunch, or breakfast, or dinner. That's an afternoon meal
That's fun.
that my dad used to talk about.
That's a classic. That's a classic dadder right there. I think my dad made that one too.
Yeah. Dunch? Was your dad a dinner guy or a dunch guy?
No, I don't think I've ever heard Dunch.
No. Anyway, for me, I kind of feel like it makes me want to eat at restaurants more. It just makes the whole thing seem more magical to me.
Yeah, you can kind of envision the camaraderie that's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Just the magic happening in this insane little room.
Just imagine who's on coke, who's adding, who's envisioning adding fossils to something. All on coke.
Anyway, here's to you, Max Fun members.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is going to be our final 9 a.m. noon stream.
The last of the streams.
And tomorrow evening, Jordan and I will both be part of the Max Fun Drive finale show, which starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be live on stage with John Hodgman judging disputes from Max Fun hosts. John is on an airplane from New York City to Los Angeles right this very moment.
Wow.
To help judge those disputes. So please go to MaximumFun.org/join. If you're on Twitter or Blue Sky or Instagram or other social media platforms and you're already a member, now is a perfect time to say, this is why I am a member of Maximum Fun on your social media. It will make a big difference. I would love to share it. I've been enjoying sharing people's messages on Blue Sky. But share why you're a member of Maximum Fun, because you might introduce somebody to something that they'll love, and you might convince somebody who already listens to take the step of joining. Because like I said, we really need your support this year. So thank you to everybody who's a supporter. MaximumFun.org/join is where you can go. And we will talk to you next time on this. Thanks to JK. We'll talk to you next time on the subreddit.
Hey, there he is. One more time. There's our guy. We love him. He's surfing.
He's surfing. Or she is. Might be a girl.
Could be.
Girls can surf too.
Could be. That's a great point.
Have you seen Blue Crush? It's about this dog.
No, I have. I gotta rent it.
Okay. Stay pressed, everybody. Shirts up.
I'll hug you and kiss you and love you. Love you. Love you. Love you.